Hello everyone, my name's Tyler. Welcome to episode 13 of Fortnite Battle Royale Ideas, the series where you give your ideas for Fortnite and I'll give you my thoughts and implementations on the ideas. Today's video idea comes from Nathaniel Barnes, who says, is there a way that you could terraform? If not, it'd be cool if you could pick a shovel instead of the Maddock that you get. This would be sweet for team play, as some teammates could use the Maddock, while the others make trenches for bases or more sneaky cover when traversing open areas. In the background, you're seeing some duo gameplay where we drop in at the stone tower by Salty Springs, and honestly, nothing happened until the end, which is what you'll be seeing in the gameplay. All the kills I got were at the last 40% of the game, and I'm playing with my little brother who at the time didn't have a mic, so he had to dance every time he needed ammo. This was also before I realized how important crouching was while aiming, so I expect plenty of potato aim in the video. But I was also able to get a bunch of kills within a minute's time because of the shotgun. I don't really have to aim, and they're too good. If you enjoyed the gameplay, give the video a thumbs up. Terraforming in Fortnite. The basic principle here is that you would use a shovel to dig into the ground. But how could it work? What benefits would it have? And how would this impact gameplay? Let's go over some ideas. This shovel could be something you find on the map, or it could be something you start the game with in place of your pickaxe. Or it could be obtained in a different way altogether. And could it be used to harvest materials? I've got a Fortnite video on all kinds of new melee weapons and in what ways they could be implemented. That video and any of those ideas could apply to this new shovel item. Click the card on screen if you missed it. I imagine a shovel to work much like the pickaxe. It takes up your harvesting tool slot and you would hit the ground to remove the dirt. A blue circle would pop up just like the pickaxe, and when you hit it, it removes the dirt at a faster rate. Once the square of dirt takes the allotted damage, a block of dirt is removed. A square of dirt being the size of a floor tile, and a block of dirt being a cube size of a box that you would build out of 4 walls. This immediately asks the question, does the ground take damage from other sources other than the shovel? Trees and rocks, which are non-constructible items, take damage not only from the pickaxe, but from bullets and explosives. So what if hills and level parts of the ground took damage from outside sources too? This, in my opinion, would be chaotic. Hills everywhere would be destroyed. You would be running along, and even if someone was missing every single one of their bullets, they could shoot the ground out from under you, making it much harder to traverse the map. I just think this would be way too much in terms of gameplay being chaotic, and I'm not sure how smoothly the game would run if everything is falling apart. I think the difference here is that trees and rocks harvest materials that you can use. Using a shovel to dig the dirt would simply remove the soil in that cube. But then this makes me think, what if dirt was an additional resource in the game? How could this be used? Even if this was an additional resource, it could still be made that it only takes damage from the shovel, or even the shovel and explosives. Let's assume that dirt is not a resource and can only be damaged by the shovel for the rest of the video, but I thought I'd mention the idea. A cube of dirt removed by a shovel only. That's the first implementation, but let's go a bit further with the idea. Can you only dig down one level, one cube, one floor, or can you dig down 2 or 3 or more levels? One cube would be the least game-changing while still providing a lot of benefits that I will go over in a minute. Any more than that just seems like too much. Can you only dig flat levels of ground? Can you dig on small hills? Can you dig down more on small hills? Could you dig into a mountain? What about the side of mountains? While I do think it would be really cool if you could climb halfway up a mountain, then use your shovel on the side of it to tunnel your way through to the other side, let's assume that you can only dig down one level regardless of the height of the topography as long as it's covered by grass. But keep in mind that tunnel idea for what I'm about to say. I'm basically narrowing down how I would like it to work while providing as many ideas and alternative combinations as I can. Let me know how you would like it to work. What are the benefits, and how could these benefits be balanced so they're not overpowered? Well, I think it firstly depends on how you obtain the shovel. This is going to be a big factor in how good the item is and therefore how it should be balanced. Being able to dig down even just one layer would provide a stealthy place to hide. Imagine you're in a thicket of trees or between a bunch of buildings. Dig a hole that people could fall into, or that you could build a floor above so people wouldn't be able to see you unless they walked right over it. Digging would provide a safer way to traverse the map. While there have been new areas added to the map, there are still plenty of open areas to get through. Being able to dig down a layer and carve a path to your next location could save you from being sniped. Or late game, when you're trying to deduce where the last few enemies are, you can usually spot the last few building up their fortification on the top of a hill. What if instead, you were at the top of a hill and you carved a path or series of paths at the top? Anyone from below wouldn't be able to see the dugout area and may assume no one is up there. Are these benefits worthwhile? Again, I think it depends on how they're implemented. How is the shovel obtained? How fast can you dig? One swing of the shovel to remove a block of dirt would be really good, but even just increasing the swing number to 3 is going to make traversing the map while digging unviable, especially when the storm's coming. Let's suppose that it takes 3 hits to remove a block of dirt, but it only takes 2 if you hit the blue circle. Let's also say you don't move slower while swinging the shovel, unlike the pickaxe, and you swing the shovel faster than the pickaxe. I feel as though this would be a healthy balance of providing additional gameplay options without being overpowered. Some other balancing factors that could be added could be dirt mounds. This could balance the shovel to be better or worse depending on how it's implemented. Here's what I mean. Let's say to nerf the shovel, every time you dig, it creates a little mound of dirt beside the hole so the hole is easier to spot. On the opposite end of the spectrum, let's say the mound is a size you could crouch behind, providing cover that couldn't be destroyed by bullets. Another balancing factor that could work in favor or disfavor of the shovel would be being able to construct in a dugout area. If you could build within a dugout area, you could tunnel through that mountain while still building walls behind you so you didn't get trapped, or build extra cover while digging. If you could not build in a dugout area or were limited by what you could build, this would make your little trench a grenade pit and make you vulnerable to things like explosives. The benefit of not being able to build in a dugout area is this. Imagine you're building up a nice fortification, and instead of a group of enemies building multiple ramps up to your high fort you worked so hard on, only to close the gap and shotgun you in the face, they can't. Because they can't build in the dugout moat you made 3 blocks wide on every side of your fortification. How awesome would this be? They're now going to have to start building from farther away, which will make it easier to counter. And this alone would make the shovel a worthwhile addition for me. You can see how I die a lot in the game. What do you guys think of a shovel addition to Fortnite, and what would you do? How would it work? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for the comments, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the gameplay or the commentary, give the video a thumbs up to show your support. For Fortnite and all things gaming, subscribe. This has been Toast, and I'll see you on the next video.